Hello everyone, this is Anbarani. Today we are going to discuss a topic on about forensic science and investigation in this forensic medico investigation. Specifically, we will going to see about the rape or sexual harassment, how the medical investigation happening and done in this rape or sexual harassment. Forensic medicine is a branch of science which deals with application of medical knowledge to aid in the administration of justice. Forensic science is the application of medical knowledge, scientific knowledge and technical aspects to solve a crime and to aid in justice. And forensic laboratories are located all district headquarters all over India. We also having forensic laboratory for the educational purpose as well as the investigational purpose. The scientists of forensic science laboratory, they teach investigating over regarding the right methods, collection of evidences at crime scenes, and they analyze all the evidences. With this, they do help in investigation process. Forensic science laboratories are multidisciplinary systems well equipped with extremely specialized and rationalized infrastructure of international standards. The Directorate analyzes various criminal cases under different laws like IPC, CRPC, Arms Act, NDPS, Narcotic Substance Act, Psychotropic Substance Act, Explosive Substances Act, Petroleum Act, and many states act, IT Act, Vehicle Act, Scientific Analytical Reports, etc. So, these are all the objectives of medico-legal investigation. We having some 10 points to find the exact cause of death, natural or unnatural, and the injuries or in-depth of injuries due to any violences or poisoning. To note down all the injuries, both external and internal, including all deformities informations, and also how the injuries occurred and what is the possible weapons of the offense. Also the will be found. To find out the time since death, find out the time of the death, action, cause, everything. In case unknown body, to establish the identify of the person, collection of physical evidence in case of the investigating proceedings, to retain relevant vice versa tissues, anything. So post-mortem examinations of infants, apart from above mentioned points, it is necessary to establish the viability of the infant, and if the infant was live born, then to find out the period of survival and cause of death. Yes, before we enter into the types, these medico-legal investigations are all starting from the crime scene. As everybody, most of us know about the procedures for the crime scene: identification, locating the crime scene, protection, photographing, sketching, search, collection, packing, documentation of crime scenes. In this process, the medico-legal investigation plays a most important and vital role for the identification and kinds and etc. of the death analysis. In this investigation, many autopsy reports are submitted for the evidence. It is very useful to lead the case to identify how the person was killed or in which weapon they are using to kill the victim, and also appropriate or approximately identify the offender which are used by the metals. The types of autopsies are medico-legal autopsy, pathological autopsy, psychological, virtual, it calls as a virtopsy, endoscopic autopsy. So we will going to see the medico-legal autopsy in the investigation. So the medico-legal investigations having the many guidelines, legal guidelines to follow the protocol and the procedures. Every registered medical practitioner working in the government setup, and also the medical legal investigation, the report, medical report of the dead bodies are also collected from the government as well as the private. They also having authority with the registered of the from the official authorization person. So in India, authorization of medical legal autopsy is given by the investigation police officer, not below the rank of sub-inspector. Authorization is rare exemption in the posted. An executive magistrate can also give authorization for the appropriate authority. Medico-legal autopsy should not be carried forward. Consent from the deceased relatives is absolutely not required for the conducting medico-legal autopsy. In case rape or harassment victims, if the person's victims are not died, the investigation of the person should be getting the consent from the prior of victims. The following magistrates are empowered to hold an inquest. So district magistrates, subdivisional magistrates, or any executive magistrates purposed by the state government. They are also issuing some forms are called challan. It contains the name, age, sex, address, anything, everything details are all having some signature also. So during the investigation, it should be under the video recording for the purpose and submission in front of the court, because in this investigation nobody should take advantage to tampering of evidences in the body also. That's why they need a video recording. In India, crime scene visit is not done regularly by the autopsy surgeons. A medico-legal autopsy should be complete and meticulous, and incomplete or partial autopsy is next to the conducting no autopsy at all. Careful observation and useful utilization of all acts are not to be taken into consideration to reach a conclusion. Ideally, the post-mortem report to be submitted within 24 hours of the conducting the autopsy, and it might take some 72 hours for the rape or harassment. Yeah, here are the list of medico-legal case: injuries due to accidents, assault, evidences related to suicides, homicides, attempted cases, confirmed or suspected case of poisoning, burns, cases of injury, death, sexual offences, evident criminal abortions, hospital suspicious medical negligence cases, unconscious patients where cause of unconscious is not clear, domestic violence, child abuse, person under police custody or judicial custody, case of drunkenness, broad death, natural disaster, etc. In might most important, rape and sexual harassment are also in the list of coming under the medico-legal case. Here are the form of sexual harassment accused and examination of the accused as well as the victim. Its contents of the regarding medical examinations of so and so and connection with CR number and procedures under section, and reference, date, name, age, address, batch number and identification marks in case 1, 2, 3, and date and time of examination, consent and etc. And afterwards, the general physical examination, history of the examination should be written by the examiner, and also general physical examination, height, weight, is there any important factors adding, and signature also very important in this case. So materials collected for the investigation, and also opinion and the seal and signature of the medical officer. And next what are the protocols followed in the medico-legal investigation? It will be classified in the preliminary, examination and opinion. Preliminary, as we all know about the normal proceedings, it is consent and regulations under what provisions, and examination during the examinations, and opinion is the expert opinion and or the medical officer opinion. The specific cases are a rape, sexual harassment, firearm injuries, criminal abortions, burns, poisoning, injury case, drunkenness, child abuse. In the case of rape and sexual harassment, before I show the form, that will be the format for the history, consent and signature. In rape and sexual harassment, medico-legal examination of suspect section of 53A of CRPC conduct through examination of male genital, order to record trauma and order obtaining biological specimen for DNA analysis. Combination to obtain any loose public hair and foreign material, blood, semen exchange, penile swab and buccal swab, everything is collected for the investigation and analysis whether the person get harassment or else raped. But here there is not allowed for the double finger print test. Double finger test is not allowed for this under the provision of the IPC, CRPC, etc. Uses of medical legal investigation from sexual assault victims. Yeah, these are the particles or uses in this investigation: hair, blood, urine, semen, saliva, foreign debris, genital injuries, fingernails, scrapings, hair and fibers, etc. With the rising population combined with economic downwards increased spurt of crime rates of all natures in the society. Before we concluded, yes, of course, in the case of Nirbhaya case and old case of Ranga Billa case, the medico-legal investigation was a very useful information that the crucial rape and murder was happening. So these are the main uses of the medico-legal investigation. From the above study, it can infer that all crimes and crime scenes will leave footprints. It is Locat's principle. According to the Locat's principle, every criminals leave their footprints in the form of physical evidence, corpus delicti, which needs to be handled by the doctor at autopsy level and further analysis, evaluated and opinion taking the help of forensic science laboratory. So that criminal justice system is adequately served without any bias and prejudice based only upon facts. Doctors performing autopsy of complicated cases of unnatural deaths owing rely upon forensic science laboratory for their valuable opinion, so that offenders of various crimes are brought to book and innocence protected from false charges. Thank you for this opportunity.